Hello, guys. Greetings from Serpent Consulting Services Private Limited, and I just hope that you guys have been enjoying our videos so far. And in this video, it's going to be the fifth part of our series. And in this video, we are going to take a look inside the recurrent type meetings, but on a monthly basis, right? So, how exactly we can schedule a meeting once in a way that it allows us to join in the meeting room for every scheduled occurrence, right? And how exactly we can work with dates and days, how we want to schedule our monthly meetings. So for this particular video, I'm going to consider a scenario wherein there is a group of people working in the sales department, and the sales manager decided to have something the sales review meeting, or a particular meeting where every month they are going to discuss some kind of strategies, sales and marketing and promotion strategies for the company. And for that they want a one single room which should have its occurrence for the either for the defined numbers, or either until we reach at some defined date. So let's go back inside the calendar. I'm again going to use the calendar just to show you guys that it works again with our Zoom application as well. All right, so since we are going to use a calendar, let's again go inside the list view of the calendar, and let's create a meeting from here. It's not only the calendar view that we can schedule or we can work with the meetings, but yes, if you are working with the list view, we have a button to create a new meeting from here. So let's click on that. Let's name a meeting like monthly sales review. Let's assume that this meeting is going to be on every fifth of the fifth of every month. The salespeople would be having this meeting, irrespective of working days, irrespective of weekends or work days. I think this scenario is not quite suitable for this kind of thing. But again, let's just have an example wherein if we are completely conformed with the date of a particular month, what date you want the meeting room to get open for the attendees. So in our case, let's say it's going to be 5th of every month, and it's going to be 5:30. No, I think let's have it at 11:30 in the morning on 5th of every month. And let's assume that again the meeting lasts for an hour. We can take it as an internal meeting. We can have the kind of reminders as well. It's going to be a virtual Zoom meeting, so I think I don't think so that we mandatorily need to mention location. It's not a mandatory field. Same goes with the description. If you want, you can mention it like this from here. All right, so let's get again inside the options and let's make it recurrent. Earlier, we have taken an example of weekly meetings, but we are not going to select weeks from here. However, the repetition will be one only because it's going to be on every month. It's going to be on a specific date every month. So the repeat every field will have one inside this, but it should be repeating our meeting not every week but every month. So we're going to select months from here. Selecting some other option from here, it will change the further options and further fields to get some information entered there. So let's say we want 10 repetitions, which absolutely means that for coming 10 months, this meeting will be there and the people will be on the meeting room and discussing things. So again, as I said earlier, that we have both the options available. Either we want it to be on any particular date, or either we want to have this thing repeatedly happening until we reach at a particular date on a calendar date that we are talking about, or a day we are talking about, right? So that's going to be a date. Let's say if we are completely fixed with a date, so that's going to be 5 in our case. Since we also want this meeting to be shown inside our Zoom account as well, I'll be selecting this option right, and I'm going to save my record from here. So in the same video, we will also be having a look what if we want any particular weekday to have this meeting, but on a monthly basis. So it's going to be like that. All right, so we already have created meeting both in our Odoo, and of course that has been reflected inside our Zoom, I think. So yes, monthly sales meeting, that's going to be 11 a.m. It's January 5th of January 2022, because we have multiple recurrence for the same meeting that we just have created. But let's get inside this. Okay, I think we have selected 10 different meetings, 10 different recurrence to happen, and that's why it is showing us these many records in the list view. So it will simply be showing us the subject, that's going to be monthly sales review, right? It's going to be the start and end date available over here. If you want to filter the record for by any particular field, we always have an option. That's the default functionality of Odoo, that whether we want to display and list a record in an ascending order or in descending order, so we have an option for that. All right, so let's say if we want our first occurrence to be listed first on top, then we will simply be filtering out and sorting the records accordingly by start date, and hence it is showing us this date over here, and accordingly we have all the other information listed down like this. But now let's have a scenario wherein we just need to change something in this particular meeting. Change, it can be in form of anything. It can be in form of date if I want to change, the time if I want to change, or anything if I want to change. It's only 10 occurrences in our case, or very less I would say, as compared to the possibilities. Let's say sometimes it can be 15, 20, 25, 35, right? So we should be able to change anything once in a one particular meeting, and accordingly it should change in every of the further occurrences. So how to do that? We are just selecting the first ever occurrences from here. We can edit the information from here, and we simply can select this and following events, which means that the changes we are going to make over here and the editing that we are going to make over here, it will not only be applicable to that particular occurrence that we have selected, but it will be applicable throughout the meeting. Every time on a monthly basis when the people will be attending the meeting, these changes or these values will be there. So now let's take an example. I just had forgot to send a meeting invitation to a friend, Mr. Mark, but I don't want to go inside every meeting, and I just don't want to edit every occurrence of the meeting and mention Mr. Mark as an attendee. But what I'll be doing, I'll simply be adding Mr. Mark's name like this over here, and I will simply be selecting the this particular option. I mean, this change what we have made here, it should be applicable not only for this particular occurrence, but for all the occurrences, for all the following occurrences and events. So hence I have selected this particular option. I think I should also not forget to update my meeting, because updating meeting from this button will update the edited information inside our Zoom account as well. All right, so I'm going with this and I'm going to save this record. All right, then let's see what change it shows us here. So that was one, that was only one record, when it comes to attendees, it was only showing one for every meeting, but now it has started showing two. Because every meeting we have added, we could add Mr. Mark in every of the occurrences, and hence Mr. Mark will be able to join every occurrence of the meeting that's going to be on a monthly basis. All right. So then, same goes with our monthly sales review meeting, right? We simply can access the information from here, and of course, to reiterate that either we can start our meeting from here. You can use your Zoom interface as well to start with the meeting, or if you don't want it to be that way, you simply can be just with your solution, with your Odoo's solution, and you simply can navigate through the meetings and occurrences. All right. So this is going to be the monthly occurrences of the meeting. So now let's take a look inside something else. Let's take a look inside our other option available for our monthly meetings and for our monthly recurrent meetings. So I'm just going to select all these meetings, and I'm just going to delete the meetings so that it, I think it should not be confusing us, especially when we are just explaining you the solution when you are grasping through the solution. So let's keep it less for now, and I'll be scheduling an all new meetings uh, for the further examples. Now let's say if I want to have something. Okay, we are going to have some strategic discussion. All right, and I just want to have it not specific by date, but anyways, for now we are just mentioning a date over here, and let's assume that the meeting will be at 10:30 in the morning. All right, again the meeting should be for an hour, and it's going to be an internal meeting. Let's tag this meeting like this, or I think let's make it quite different for now. This meeting in this scenario is going to be with the marketing and promotion and the creative team so that they can simply gather at a particular work day on a monthly basis, and they can decide upon some strategies what they are thinking and what they are having in their minds. All right. Getting inside options, selecting recurrent, because in some other way we are going to have the recurrent meeting. Okay, repeat every 1 month. Let's keep it month because now we are going to do something else. A number of repetitions, let's keep it 5. And we are going to have an example of the second option available. Earlier what we have seen is the date of month, where we used to have a particular date of month irrespective of weekdays or a work day, weekends, right? We're going to have a particular day in a week, and again there as well we have an option. So for this particular thing, let's do it in a way that every first Monday of a month we should be meeting and we should be discussing about our marketing strategies for a month, right? So which are the marketing and promotion activities we will be performing, from where and from which source of leads that we can expect some more traffic from. So I mean these are some topics which are probably the people will be discussing in this meeting, and of course they should have this meeting on every first Monday of every month, and the recurrent amount will be 5, which means for next 5 months every first Monday they would be having this meeting. All right, let's keep it available. Let's make it available in Zoom ID as well, and we're just going to save this record. So this time I think I should be showing you the calendar, how exactly it looks. And but since yeah we just wanted to explain you that how the list view works in the calendar in this solution, so we are just working with this. But yes, we always have an option to switch between the views, and we simply can jump inside the calendar view, and let's see that how exactly it has happened. So now for next month, for the month of September, first Monday is on 6th of September, so the meeting is there. right? In the month of October 2K21, the first Monday will be on 4th of October. So the meeting is there. Same goes with the other months. So every first Monday, the marketing people with their manager or the marketing heads, they will simply be on the same single call and they'll be discussing the further marketing strategies. So in short, guys, what all I just wanted to show you over here is that how we can schedule a meeting which has the monthly recurrence, and I have shown you both the ways. In fact, either we want to set up our meeting for a specific date of every month, or we want to set up a meeting on a specific work day or a weekend, right, every month, so that we simply can strategize the thing further, and we can meet our people accordingly, and we can decide so many things which can help us further. So now again, let's change this setting, and let's say if I want a slight change over here, and I just want to change something when it comes to its option. So let's make it first, not first, but the last Friday of every month. I am going to save this record, but again, that will be a mistake. I think I should not forget to allow this system to consider my editing not only for this particular occurrence but for all the following occurrences. And I'm going to select this option, and I'm going to select save from here. All right, so let's get back inside the calendar and see what exactly has happened. All right, so guys, that's how it's going to be. 24th uh, of yes. Let me just show like this. 24th of 9th, that's October. That's going to be the first occurrence. Now let's check. Let's go and check that what's going to be. Sorry, it's going to be 24th of September, where we'll be having last Friday of the month of September, and hence all the recurrences and all the occurrences of the meetings have been changed and have been updated accordingly. All right. So guys, so that is pretty much about this video, and I think we can look into some more options available for us when it comes to the meetings and when it comes to our Odoo plus Zoom integration. Thank you very much for attending these videos, and have a nice day.